eyes are on the mound as we've got a pitcher who's been absolutely on fire lately. In fact, in his recent outings, he's been nearly untouchable, Singy.
Oh, you're not kidding, Boog. Opponents have looked lost against this guy, and the way he's pitching, it doesn't look like he's slowing down anytime soon.
First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here, and on the mound now, Shohei Ohtani. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
I've just been so impressed with when it seems like there's more pressure, he's more calm and settles in. He's done an incredible job with runners in scoring position. Most guys, they get a little tight, they start to aim the baseball, but for some reason, he gets looser, the ball comes out of his hands with more life, and he's able to wiggle off the hook on tough situations and get his team back in the dugout.
Close one doesn't get the call. And a count 2-1. Got him.
For using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one. Richie Palacio stands in now and watches strike one. He swings and it's a fly ball center field. And that'll fall for a base hit.
I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. To third, not in time. And it's runners at the corners with one gone. And now it's Brandon Lau. That clips the corner. That's off the bar. And the count is 1-1.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play out of this jam.
And that one is downstairs. 2-1. Late swing, foul
to the left.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty good 2-out bat coming up now.
Runners on first and third to the left as we play game one of this 4-game series. That's a strike in the inch. Closer to getting another jam. Oh, this one gets away. Diaz up to second, runner at third, so both runners are now in scoring position. Step off and looks the runner back to third now. Palacios on third, Diaz on at second, but 2 down. That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do. This one swung on and hit well, way back there. And out of here. That should get the dugout going, and it gives them the lead in the first. It's 3-0.
Well, the best home runs are the ones that give your team the lead. That's a great feeling right there. Next pitch is outside. He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field. And that is that. But the biggest swing of the inning comes right here, a 3-run homer. It's now 3-0. It's Major League Baseball.
Back here in my Foul City. And
starting in this one, Brian Pepio. And Chris, pitching on the road has not been particularly kind to him.
Yeah, and you don't want to be too quick to say that he can't pitch on the road. Sometimes, it's just a matter of walk. He's not having a feel. Difference between the bullpen mound to the mound out there on the playing field. Don't know what it is, but I know this. He's got good enough stuff to overcome and get it done on the road as well as at home. So we'll see what he's able to do in this one.
And the right-hander deals. And that one fouled off. Foul ball still 0-2. One out, base is empty.
And
1-2. Blue. That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. It's going to make that pitcher really have to respect his hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
And a
Swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
Two out,
Space is empty. Here's the left fielder, Manny Ramirez.
And that
one is lifted in the air. DeLuca under it.
Hauls
it in the end of the inning.
New
inning getting started. And now the veteran catcher, Danny Jansen, right through there for a strike. Larry Bullard, our umpire behind the plate. Bullard's got a pretty standard strike zone. Sometimes he'll have you guessing a little bit, but overall, a well-respected umpire in the league.
That one fouled off. What about
some no-nos? Like you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right? Even in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire blue. You better learn his name. And that's just part of being a professional player and a major league player.
As the game has moved along, we see more information supplied by teams about the umpires.
I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all four umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Buxton moves under it.
And there's
two down.
Two down, base is empty. And
stepping in for the Rays, Johnny DeLuca. Off the mark there. Ball.
Next offering is foul back. Foul ball still
a 1-2 count. Fastball is outside.
Two out,
space is empty.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. And we're back. Here's the veteran first baseman, David Ortiz. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Deal one. Oh. Just missed. If you're going to miss, you want to miss outside the zone.
When you miss inside the zone, it's trouble.
Got the back going too soon. Strike 2. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. I would throw him another break ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He's just having a hard time catching up. That's outside. And now it's 3-2. Deep left field and first. He'll circle the bases. It's 3-1. He's got swinging and he played off. So that was a battle, dude, and he just kept taking his cuts. Finally squared one up.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to follow that type of approach. Here's Byron Buxton. A lot of clutch hitting from him recently. More than an RBI per game over his last 10.
No ball, one strike.
Ripped to short. Slings
The first, one away.
That ground
ball may have the back on the track. So digging in, Adolis Garcia.
And
first offering is fouled off. Garcia went deep in his most recent game.
Swings through that one for strike
2.
That one
off the mark. Down 1-2. Really nice slider up there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Next offering
misses down and away.
And he
dodges that fastball.
Straighten him up a little bit. One out,
bases empty, and a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2.
And he walked it.
That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, that's a
nice job of grinding out that fastball. Very cool. Johnny up to the dish. First pitch just misses. Out front with the swing and that is strike 1. Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. He makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
And
it is 2-1.
Now
one miss.
Garcia
leads off first with 1 away.
And
strike 2. He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there.
I think you
want to throw it again, though.
Ripped
on a line to center. DeLuca called for the 1-2 away. He was all over that fastball right there. I'll tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more,
that's way back.
You're not even up there at third baseman. Devers.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Good pitch right there. Anytime you get one by a bat of this caliber, especially with runners on, it's got to give you some confidence out there on the mound that he can win this battle. 0-2. Way inside. Hard hit left side. That's the other.
Yankees get a home
to cut the lead. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show.
Let's check
out the
notable
Cy Young candidates so far this year.
Ohtani back to work. Foul ball there. That's off the inside corner.
And the count even 1-1.
That
gets the inside corner for a strike. Off the blade inside, and it's 2-2.
Bounce
to the right side, and that's just foul.
That misses,
and the count's full.
Got him looking. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Now
Now for Tampa Bay, Richie Palacios.
And
first offering is fouled off.
Swing
and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Now this
is in the air down the line. Ramirez on the move.
Can't get there. This one lands foul.
Just misses. It's a ball with 2 strikes.
Strike 3.
Tasked with 1, 2, and 3 to start this inning, but no trouble so far. I'm sure he'd love to strike out the side here. Make a little statement, but you got to be composed in this spot. Focus on getting this next guy. You got 2 good outs. Want to get the third one and avoid the middle of that lineup coming up with a base runner. It could become dangerous.
That one
almost got him.
Softly hit the third. Throws across the
diamond. Rays retired in order.
Nothing
doing for Tampa as the lead remains 3-1.
Back here at the
ballpark, coming off the injury where they were at the plate and look at the numbers. Good job.
We about to go. What's about to happen, girl? You already know.
Outside with a breaking ball. You know, these Yankees, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
And
there's a foul ball. Next offering is downstairs. Swings through, that's a strikeout. Back to the top of the Yankee order, Bud Rodriguez. Stepping in now for the Yankees. That one inside, 1-0. He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished. Hit in the air, right field. Loud. Sizing this one up, drops into the glove, and there's 2 away. Ellie De La Cruz stepping in now for the Yankees. First pitch misses. 1-0. That one pushed foul out of play off to the left. Next offering is in for a strike. The shortstop takes the ball. Way inside and on him. He has 2 strikes on him. Now hit a left hook. Now a chance for Manny Ramirez. Right to center his first time. That's inside. Runner on the goal. Pitch misses. And the Knights are staying base, moving forward. So let's do right here is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI. That one misses, and that's ball 3. Good pitchers make pitches in big situations, and right here with the middle of the order hitter off runner in scoring position, he's got to find a way to throw a quality strike.
So now
2 on and 2 outs. Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about. David Ortiz stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a miss. There's that changeup. Go ball. 1 strike. And that one fouled off. First and second, 2 down. Here in the last half of the third. Pitch misses there, and the count 1-2. He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here. Got it! Today is his third of the game. Sometimes he wears the emotion on the sleeve, but that's okay as long as the results right there. Put the punch out to get out of a jam. Welcome back, and we take a check of the current standings. Brandon. That puts in for a strike. 1-1. Nowadays, with advanced metrics and increased use of moving the infielders around, defense isn't necessarily about making errors. Are you able to get to the ball? Are you able to position fielders where guys hit the ball, but within the new shift rules? That's a strikeout. Ohtani sends it back in. Definitely more than a pitch right there. He didn't look too convinced as he headed back to the dugout. Those are tough ones to let go as a hitter, but with the human umpire calling balls and strikes, it's always going to be on you to protect yourself with 2 strikes. And here is Christopher Morel, late on that fastball.
And an
area that goes unnoticed is the coach that's responsible for positioning, and then the research person that's providing the information. So what we're seeing in baseball, so many more people behind the scenes that are contributing to the success between the lines. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Buxton moves under it, pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. Back when you played, it wasn't the empirical data we have now. It was a guy with a ruler and a diamond taking a colored pencil and drawing a line where he thought someone had hit the ball, right? That or just going off of gut or feel. What does it look like his swing is today? What's the pitcher throwing? They are sticking to the metrics and what seemed to be most consistent for that hitter, regardless of who the pitcher is on the mound. And now 1-2. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. And that one hammered. And that is a foul ball. Misses. And it's 2-2. Cut on and miss. And it's a strikeout. And that is the... And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom 4. And stepping in for the Yankees, Byron Buxton. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Well, certainly doing his very best out there on the mound to bring that streak streak to a halt. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. That a 95 to finish him off. Well, that was this Phoenix Racing. He blew away on 3 pitches. He didn't have a chance. Yeah, Boone, a dominant strikeout for sure. He just looked overmatched at the plate. As a hitter, when you swing and miss 3 times in a row, you feel like you got a hole in your bat. You definitely start to question yourself. That misses the zone, and that is ball 1. I think the key, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line. Inside. The count's out 2-2. Bases empty, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Just off the inside edge. Close pitch there. He's kind of wondering where it's missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to figure out and work on game to game, and sometimes from the back to the back. Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider. Oh, this one high and deep. Right back there. Pulls it in on the one. Great try. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. And the sweeper misses for a ball. 1-2.
That's
A little bit low. He's trying to stay down in his zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count. He's going to have to go to something else to get him out. And down on strikes he goes. Strikeout number 8. Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now. Caballero in the box now. No balls and a strike. Now 1-1. That's a strike thanks to the sweeper. Probably the best one we have seen. Throwing it where he wanted to, have a nice tight spin to it, and a teaser just off the edge of the plate. Ground ball right side. Dives and he can't hang on. No play, it's an infield single. The bat, digging in, it seems to be the outfielder, Johnny DeLuca. In the air, left field, Ramirez. On the move to the alley. He's got it. And there's 2 away. That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch. Swinging a foul out of play. Caballero, the runner at first with 2 gone. And that one is inside ball 1. Swing and a miss. That's his 9th strikeout so far. It's that time of the season to check out some notable trade candidates. Fought off foul. You know, these Yankees just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. With just 1 hit in the game, they're clearly frustrated and searching for answers at this point. Yeah, that's fouled off. Think about frustration, though. It gets you nowhere as a hitter. It's easy to get there, but the best thing you can do is simplify. This is down the line for the line. Shot. His 29th of the season is 3-2. That's a great way to fire up this ground. They're feeling it now. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to throw on the inside fastball. Straight it up to the chin. Still against 86. Now the mound for the Rays, still pretty early in the ballgame, so this bullpen needs some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. This place is absolutely buzzing right now. You can feel the energy all the way up here in our broadcast booth. Back-to-back homers already distinct the feeling at the ballpark, the structure of the field team, the desert, the guys get the structure, the full plate. This is the ball that can really fire up the ballpark. He's up to the leadoff hitter, Bud Rodriguez. 0-2 in this one. On the ground to third. Roll off, and a nice kick. Bob Gordon, if he gets him getting out. That's good stuff. Ellie De La Cruz will hit next. He's 0 for 1. Grounder might be 2. Slings to second. Not in time to first. It's a fielder's choice. Manny Ramirez slipping in now for the Yankees. This guy with light tower. Ellie looking to steal. Which is low. One save at second.
And they get the runners now in scoring position. That one way inside. Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, put himself in a really good spot. Good hitters count the 2-0. Now it's Kelsey. Deep to left. Way here. Home run. Absolute smash to left. Home run number 30 on the year. It's 5-3. That's their fourth home run of the game. They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Drew. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the game. He thought he could throw a high fastball by it, but he was ready for it. Look at how quickly he jumped on that pitch. Now, next to hit, David Ortiz. He's already homered here in this one. Bell finds the corner. Strike one. 4 runs already in the frame. It's last half of the inning, number 5. That just misses, and it's a ball and strike. This has been a rough inning, but sometimes you just got to work through it, save the rest of that bullpen, somehow stop the bleeding. Next offering upstairs. Way to lay off that fastball off right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high. Caminero falls it in, and there's 2 out. That's a straight up.
What up, lady?
Hey, babe. I figured I'd just call you real quick so I could head out.
Okay. Okay, lady.
What?
Okay, lady.
I mean, that pitch was right down.
Figure I'll call you real quick before I head out. Get him on the way.
Instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it off. Unfortunate for him.
Buxton at the plate for the 3rd time as he comes up empty there.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
No, I'm good,
Next
lady.
offering
Thank you,
is
though.
in for a strike.
Yeah, I ate something.
Okay. And do you want any Mountain Dew or Dr. Pepper?
No, I'm good, lady. Thank you, though.
Okay.
You ready?
Alright, I got all that shit in the car. Bringing everything.
Swing and a miss,
Okay,
and
right.
he struck him out.
I love
In
you,
and over,
stay
although
safe.
plenty of
Love
damage
you,
done.
see you,
So they
say-
move out in front after a
Alright, baby.
4-run outburst. We're through 5. It's the Yankees 5 and the Rays 3.
High pounders.
Back here at the ballpark,
Let's check out the latest news around the league. Ohtani, back to work.
Oh, Tommy.
And it's in there at the news.
And he
And he chases a high fastball though. Now, look at this one so long. Pretty tough on the hitter. He gets at least that inning every swing. He misses, struck him out. Really showing some pretty dominant stuff out there in this one. Not just in terms of swing and miss, but also in terms of command. All these strikeouts speak for themselves, but when you don't walk anyone, you're demonstrating that you have the confidence. Oh, and now let's look at stuff. Nicely done, 3 out. Good call like reflexes right there. Lays out, knocks the ball down, and then fires with that rocket arm all the way across the diamond. Man, put this guy in the mouth. 2 down, nobody on. And we're the top half of the 6th. Fouled off left side.
Pitch
misses. Now 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton. Robert to right field, way back. Gone. A good hitter gets pitch recognition.
And here
And here comes the
and Miller comes on now, and he comes on board for the first time this season. I'm sure there's some nerves involved with that. So we'll see how he settles in. Lifted in the air, right center field. Garcia heads after it. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. That is that. The Rays creep closer thanks to the... Back now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's your pitcher in the middle. Drew Rasmussen. They know he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
And
it's foul away.
Drive, my son.
Swinging and a miss, 98 on the gun.
it might be time to
Choke up a little bit. Get that front foot down early, maybe even just spread out. He's really late right now. And El Bombi is pitching check with the kick. Wow, worked a single pack in to start the inning, and no messing around either. All three pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate. And he takes it himself for the out. Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That was an excellent base. Third baseman. Swinging a foul straight back. The 0-1. Here's a swing. It's a left field. He knew it. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they boost their lead. It's 6-4. And Siggy, he just loves hitting against this guy, doesn't he? It's like he's been facing him his entire life. Looks so comfortable in the box against him. Sometimes too much velocity will cause a pitcher to throw through the sink, and that means that there's more forcing action than there is sink. And it can turn into a really good pitch to hit. Well, we saw it right there. Didn't lose its stick on that baseball. Got himself a home run. Bases empty with 2 away. Jazz Chisholm Jr. getting ready to hit. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. No ball. You strike. This one's smart. It's home. Here. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. He's done it again. His second home of the game, and they add to the lead. It's 7-4. Back-to-back home runs, and they keep adding to their lead. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. And 0-2 mistakes, that's supposed to be a pitch for the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did. The lineup flips over, and now the catcher comes up to him. Bud Rodriguez. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Next offering is fouled back. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Now he breaks his back.
Through the papers, I come through the papers, I come through. I come through the papers, I come through the papers, I come through the papers. I come through. Chill, let's get out of there. Real is about a bell. On the first, that takes care of Rodriguez. And that is the inning. But two-round trippers in this inning, the long ball was working. It's now a 7-4 ball game. You're watching Yankees baseball on the show, NYC. Back to the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Miller, multi-time All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, a sinker, and he works in a changeup. Tosses across the first, and a quick out number 1. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Buxton moves under it. He makes the grab. That's out number 2. Two out, space is empty. So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Jose Caballero. Headed towards the corner. Oh, nice lunge grab. Ellis. We're back in a picture here to start the bottom of the 7th. Manuel Rodriguez. That's a pretty tight game, so you're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is. De La Cruz leading things off and takes a shot. Black Gordon with the breaking ball just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that. Just miss. 1-1. Up the middle. Jump throw. Got it. Nice play. So up next, Manny Ramirez. He's already homered in this game. Hit the air, center field. They got it for out number 2. Now got it. The first base. And now the first baseman, David Ortiz. He launched a solo shot back in the 2nd inning of this one. Yeah, that was big for these guys early on. Definitely helped them get off on the right foot. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. He swings and fouls one off. Ball one there. Definitely a swinging miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it. That missed by a lot. 2-2. There's the ball. Okay. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Down and over go the Yankees. And we're back. Ready to begin the 8th. Here's the center field, John DeLuca. A little bit high, maybe. And that's ball 1. So it's critical right here that they bear down and try to chip away with that lead, because if it gets in the 9th, that shows what's coming in. Low. Now at the plate, he swings strike 1. One ball, 1 strike. Swing, pop off, big ground grab. And that drops foul. I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good reload. Yankees up by 3.
that's
too high. Swing and a miss. 88 miles per hour on the gun. So there's another strikeout, and those are just continuing to pile up. His confidence level has got to be dropping. He's got to find a way to make an adjustment to the fact like that. His team needs him. Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. In safely, it's a double, and his second hit. A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Second two down. This one's blasted the other way, down the line, and it's a foul ball. And now 2-1. Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W. And there's a hit. Headed for the plate. Now a long throw home. In comes the run from second. It's 7-5. Lau at the plate. And that's in there for strike one. Swings through that ball and out the front that time. Foul ball left side, we'll see another. Swing and a miss is put out. That's the third. But the RBI single pushes the run. It's now 7-5. You're watching. Back now, the pitcher on the mound as we roll to the bottom of the 8th. Fairbanks. And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it strikes a ton. Buxton, the batter now, he swings and misses for strike one. There's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he gets wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end. And the pitch is outside, ball one. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and a miss. Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location. Swings and misses. Pulls the string of a changeup. Now here is Adolis Garcia. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. And this is inside. He never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away. And another ball. When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up. And that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games. Swing and a miss. As a hitter, you got to learn something from that pitch. He clearly wasn't timed up on the fastball. In a 2-0 count, you have to be ready to do damage. Swings through the baseball in the zone. 2-2. Bases empty, one away. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Ball three. 3-2. 3-2. Fouled off again. And it remains 3-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. Back-to-back strikeouts. Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who come in, get the swing and miss, or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves. Knowing if they can miss the bat, tell you what, that's huge. It can change the ballgame. Ohtani stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. And a big swing and a miss. 1-1. And that one missing inside a sharp slider. Sharp slider. Inside just missed.
Swings through that one. Boom, that's cheddar, baby. Fans another, and that's three straight strikeouts.
Impeccable
Command in that one. Three batters, three strikeouts. That's electric stuff.
So now here's the DH.
Christopher Morel does some damage. Launched the Holford his first at bat back in the first.
Yeah, that was
a tone setter, no doubt. You can stomach an early solo homer, but a 3-run shot just doesn't get out by the smooth. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see of this at bat. You hit many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there in the mound. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. And the 0-2. Runs left to the 6 for a quarter function. He's 2 outs away. And here is Junior Caminero. And first offering is fouled off. In the air to left down the line. And that's a foul ball. Lefty continues to work with the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Breaking ball. He's got 4 strikeouts now. Tunneled that pitch. Thought it was going to be a slider breaking in off the plate, but it off the corner. And at that point, swinging a high fly ball, well struck. Struck in, ranges back. Say goodbye to the ball. Danny hits one. It's his 8th home run of the year. It's 7-6. Just relentless. His team will not quit. Well, that 3 home run is a majestic blast off the bat, and even though he hit it pretty well, it was anything but and he can come up with it. Still fires the first. It's the ball game. Well, this team is on such a roll. 40 wins in a row. Tying the 2002 Athletics. You know, I came a year after that streak and was able to play with a lot of those guys. And I tell you what, there's some great energy when you're in an environment like that and you just want to keep on playing. You don't want to go home and leave the ballpark and leave your buddies. 1-run game today, your final score, 7-6. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm Sean Shelby. We'll see you soon.
Jack didn't have his seatbelt on. A car cut me off and I swerved off the road and